Hi guys, am I audible to everyone? Just say yes. Those who are in YouTube live, just say yes, and also who.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's great. Who are on YouTube, they can also just message by saying yes in the live chat so that we can start the tutorial workshop. Am I audible? The people who are in YouTube live, you guys can hear us, right? Okay, great. So basically for YouTube, it will be 30 seconds delay. So yeah. Guys, kindly mute
Uh,
yourself. We'll just start in few minutes. Kindly mute yourself. And guys, kindly switch off your videos. Just have your, yeah. Welcome to software tutorial workshop. Uh, uh, Firstly, we'll just understand what is the aim of this workshop, and we will also know about this workshop. So this workshop is mainly focused on concept to presentation. So basically, it's for the people who are from urban design background or architectural field background or urban designing, landscaping or interior designing. So from all these background people, basically they wanted to know, understand what are the softwares which are really useful to make the 3D modeling or any kind of a drawings with respect to their field. Similarly, so about this workshop, it was formed 3 years ago. We started this workshop with just in South India. We started with live workshops, like interactive workshops directly. Then for the past 1 year, we started doing this online all over India. So now we are started to do all over India. In the future, we'll be doing in UAE as well soon. So this is just a short intro about this Software 2020 workshop. So also the main concept about this workshop is to learn from concept. So if you guys have any simple concept, we can do with the help of these softwares. You don't have to depend on any other softwares. That is the main workshop. So main idea behind this workshop. So if you guys learn AutoCAD, SketchUp, Lumion and Photoshop, all these four softwares as a package. Okay, so this is my experience because I have experience in the field of architecture for the past 8 years. Okay, so according to that, I am telling you guys, like if you learn all these four softwares, we don't have to depend on any other softwares, and you can experience architecture. You can try to do amazing presentations, walkthroughs, and 3D modelings or parametrics or any kind of GFC drawings also. Okay, so learn these four softwares and experience architecture to its extreme. So that is the main aim of this workshop. So let's just see some agenda of this workshop. We will have some kind of an introduction. Basically, I'll just introduce a little bit more about in detail about this workshop, and also myself. I haven't introduced myself about me and what was my things. I will introduce a little bit. In the introduction, we will learn about the what is the main intention, how can we start from a concept, and how do we with what softwares and with what extent they can go. So we will understand each and every software, and also we will see like till what extent it can be used. Okay, also we will see some of my award winning projects which I have done some of the projects which were award winning as well. We will look into those, and also we will at the last we will be seeing some of the syllabus in the course, the main workshop. Basically the main workshop is starting from January 2nd 2021. Okay, so this is a 1 month course. I will explain the detail and the syllabus of the workshop at the last. Okay, and at the last 15 minutes or 10 minutes we will have a question and answer session where people who are in Microsoft Teams, they can unmute yourself and ask the question at the last 10 or 15 minutes, and those who are in YouTube live, you guys can give us a comments or the chat in the chat, live chat. Okay, so we will start this workshop. Basically, my name is Mohammed Zayn. I'm an architect, also working as an architect in Venkatraman Associates. I have been in the field of experience of urban design, architecture, landscape, and interior designing for the past 3 years in Venkatraman Associates. Um, Basically, I have been involved for the past 2 years in international projects all over. Like in India, we are doing a lot of international projects with respect to in Venkatraman Associates. I have been involved and also been a lead architect in that. This is just a short introduction of myself. Also, I have been involved in a lot of competitions, both in during my academic, during my undergraduation, and also during my real-time projects, where I have been also participating in Indian Smart City missions. Indian Smart City mission is one of the 100 smart city missions which is being proposed by our Prime Minister. So this is also I have been participating in that. Also, some of my competitions have been shortlisted in that. I will be showing some of the presentations also to you guys at the end. So you can just look over like the amount of competitions which I have won. I have been participated in Griha. Also, I have been top third in India in that competitions, and also some of the other competitions which came top 10, top 20, and also in Indian Institute of Architects. Some of my works have been published. I can send you guys the link. It is there in my portfolio which I have shared you guys. If you don't have guys, you can message me. I can share you those later. Moving on to the next, just give you to a brief. This is one of my article, a newspaper article in national level. I got published with my team. So I was the lead of the team. So with my team, I got published in Indian Habitat Center, New Delhi, which got third in Griha competition during my undergraduation while I was doing second year of my undergraduation, basically BArch. So, what is Software 2020 workshop? As I said, basically it is from concept to presentation. Learn these four softwares and just evolve concept to the presentation. If you're an architecture student, or any kind of a designing student from the field of architecture, urban designing, landscape, or interiors, or else if you are a professional, you can pitch the clients with respective to these softwares. You don't have to depend on any of the softwares. Again and again, I'm saying you can just depend on these softwares. So just to understand like what is the about of it, drawing remains the primary means by which architects or interior designers can communicate their ideas, right? So drawings is one of the main tool which they can communicate their ideas to the clients or the craftsmen or your jurors if you're a student, okay, or within the design team. The way we create those drawings have evolved over time and is still evolving on the daily basis, right? So each architectural design software is targeted in different needs, and choosing the best one is obviously depend on each and individual. One many on many factors such as cost, compatibility, and with other programs, the amount of time, right? The amount of time which you spend on the softwares, it needs to be reduced. That's why softwares are. That is the thing which we learn in the workshop. Okay. So what we do, we learn all the softwares. We will see how productively we can try to manage this. Lokesh, we can have your doubt session at the last. Okay. We can have the doubt session at the last. So now just raise your hands down so that we can have the question and answer sessions if you have any doubts. Okay, if I'm not audible, you can just unmute yourself and ask me that I'm not audible. Okay, yes. So although you will find the most suitable design softwares, there are so many design softwares, so people are confused or people are like learning lot of softwares and they are not able to give proper productive presentations or any kind of a thing which they want to achieve. So they are like being in a vast field, they are being confused in many softwares. So we here are trying to restrict to 4 softwares where you can learn architecture to its extreme. Okay, so here are some of the basic programs to increase your workflow and to help you to get in the first draft to the final presentation. Okay, so from the first draft to the final presentation, what is first draft? First draft is nothing but it is sketching Obviously, if you're an architect, again, if you're an architect or if you're anything, what do? We do first a sketch, right? Any field of designer, okay, if you're any kind of a designer, what do? We will first start to sketch. Sketching is more than a scribbling a piece of a paper. It is powerful process that aids in discovering the best ideas and solution to design problem. Architectural interior designers or any landscaping, urban designing, who we do sketchings all about communicating ideas, whether it is a solving initial design problem or working through ideas in detail. As you see in the presentation which I'm showing here, you guys can simply say note like how the presentation involves, like, okay, it helps us to convey ideas, demonstrate functionality, visualize user flow, and illustrates anything that requires interactions. It also explores design concepts and will always be beneficial tool for the architects to use, right? And also there are some four benefits of sketching. Why I'm telling you guys is like, basically I can see like lot of students and also professionals who don't sketch. Okay, it might be an old school, but that is where it involves your concepts. Okay, this is a workshop where it doesn't only talk about softwares. This is a workshop which we will start from the design involvement, and then we will learn how can we build the softwares in that kind of a workshop which we are in today. Okay, so sketching will save time in the workflow process, helps eliminates layout and functionality issues, right? Great for brainstorming. Okay, and anyone can sketch. That's the advantage of that. Anyone can sketch. Okay, so then what do we do with the help of sketching? Then what we'll do is we will take it to a 2D functional kind of a drawing. Okay, we will take it to software to detail it out, to enhance it out a lot. So then we take it to AutoCAD. Okay, so in AutoCAD, it is an old and like dominant player in architecture software industry. It also is well known among the students and professionals that is unlikely to face any compatibility issues while transferring files. Okay, it's a very old software, maybe I can say some 30 years old or more than that. Okay, so it is you if you adjust the user interface and start experimenting with the layers and line weights, no, you will like get a decent drafting, like how you can see here in my screen. This is what we will learn in the first day of the workshop. Okay, so what do we do? Like we have some syllabus, like day-to-day syllabus. I will explain the course and the syllabus at the later. Okay, but we have some day-to-day syllabus where we will be learning from the first day from the basics. We'll start the workshops from the basics till the master. So you guys will master in this workshop within this month. Okay, so also it has a features that allows architects to do more efficient drafting, creating design and documentation and familiar to them. Basically India, when I talk about India, where I'm working in the top 10 firms in India, Venkatraman Associates is the top 10 firms in India, where if you see here, we as an architects, we know Revit. Okay, when it comes to Revit and AutoCAD, we know Revit, but our consultants who are there, they don't know Revit. Consultants, I mean the structural consultant, the electrical consultant, they are outdated. So due to that, even we have to be doing AutoCAD. We have to be forced to do in AutoCAD the detailed drawings. So that's why AutoCAD is become a most powerful tool in India these days. It was, and also now, and it will be. So the latest version of AutoCAD, guys, can you mute yourself? Yes, thank you. Yes. So the latest AutoCAD, which is created especially for AutoCAD architects or interior designers, is an AutoCAD architecture, which we will learn. It has features that allow architects to do more efficient drafting, creating design and documents familiar to them. If you see here in this fast forward video, which I'm just showing here, we can do some detailed draftings. You see here, we can do some great detailed draftings with the help of the design layouts. The design layouts contains numerous templates, especially designed for architectural planning, building construction, and also you see here we can do some decent elevational presentations in AutoCAD. Okay, with little bit of amount of Photoshop knowledge, we can do these types of presentations very quickly and very easily. Okay, so then the tools that we analyze the components of the building to troubleshoot the stress and the overloads. Okay, for making simulations with the help of layers and Photoshop. So if you see here, it's basically showing like how the walls are evolved, how the concept is evolved, how the column layout is working, how the grid systems is working. So we can do the simulations quickly with the help of layers in AutoCAD, and then take it to Photoshop and just export the presentation very easily. These types of presentations will allow the clients or the what to say, or the jurors to attract very easily. Then it will pitch your project. Okay, those are the tricks and stuff which we need to learn. AutoCAD enables architects to design, plan, execute, and analyze strength and the building and a design stage level. Okay, so what do? We will learn from the first day to this last day. Basically, 4 days will be the workshop. So we will make a neat presentation in the first day of. We will learn from the basics. Each and every command we will be learning in the workshop. Okay, it is a live workshop. Okay, then it is going to be. You see here, we can quickly make these types of presentations very easily, right? So that then what do? We will just take it to layout, and then we will export it as a PDF. Okay, we this is very easy and simple stuff where we can try to produce these drawings to any kind of a quick presentation when clients ask for some drawings. In the day two, we will learn some kind of elevations, like with respect to SketchUp. Okay, with respect to SketchUp, we will export those drawings and elevations in AutoCAD, because drafting in AutoCAD the elevations is going to block your creativity. That's where SketchUp comes. So we will involve SketchUp very easily. We'll make creative stuffs in easily, as you see in the video, which is the fast forward video, where we can quickly export it, import it over here, and try to make GFC drawings out of it. Okay, that is what even we are doing here in the architecture firms. Okay, so those tricks and stuffs, how to do neatly and how to do productively with the commands, we will learn. Okay, you see here in the AutoCAD, like this is the like the presentation for some of the competition which I did. Basically, this is done in SketchUp, exported to AutoCAD, and then just a simple presentation in Photoshop. Okay, these types of presentation which like involves us to do some detailing, how to see, like if you're seeing a view, we can simply see how detailed it is being done. Also, if you see here the next one of the presentation here, we can see some kind of the details, the axonometric views. Simply it is done in SketchUp and then taken to Photoshop, SketchUp, AutoCAD, and then Photoshop. These are some of my academic projects where you can just simply see like how helpful the AutoCAD is. Okay, the detailed drawings. These are some of the live projects where it is being done to just explain the GFC drawings with the help of an electrical layout or a structural layout, which you guys see here. Okay, these all the layouts and stuffs which we will learn in the day 2 class itself. We will be giving you the live recordings. Okay, anyways, I will explain you that in the later stage. You see, we can make some nice wardrobe details out of it. Okay, we can make some nice detail, inch to inch detail, precise drawing. That is the advantage of AutoCAD. Then if you see, we can help of Photoshop and also the AutoCAD. Simply, this is how we I used to present to my clients. Okay, the client and also to the carpenters. So if you see here, this is explaining the view, the basically the view of the entire room. Okay, and also the master bedroom, which I used to call this as, and also the details of the wardrobes, and also explaining the materials, what kind of materials are being used. So these types of presentations are really important to catch your project very easily. Okay, now moving on, next we will go to the layouts and compositions, where you see here quickly we can make some, just do some presentations in layout which are really important. Okay, where you can draft to scale the presentations to any scale, and then we can simply fit it to the screen, and then simply we can try to import and or some export it to PDF or print it out in A1 sheet or any kind of a sheet which we want. Okay, so those things we will learn from the scratch. Also, not restricting to that, we will also learn how to make contours in the AutoCAD. Because why contours in AutoCAD is basically it will be really helpful for us to learn, understand the terrain, and then design our building accordingly. Okay, with the help of little bit help of SketchUp, then with the help of AutoCAD, we can quickly get the terrains, and then we will do the massing or kind of a planning or zoning in AutoCAD to get the proper design. So those things we will learn in the day 3 class. Okay, so this basically what happens is here we can just import it with the help of SketchUp, and then we will take it to the AutoCAD, and then we will export it, and then we will do some kind of massing. AutoCAD as an architecture planning tool, it becomes with a great user interface with a built-in design layouts. Okay, and also the latest version of AutoCAD comes with analytical tools. Also in day 3, what do we do is this analytical tools. What this basically, if you have some kind of an interior fit out project or something like that, so what do we do is here we have a command called data extraction, where you can extract each and every areas like the cost. Even you can just do kind of a cost if you want some per square feet area. Okay, all those calculations also can be done in AutoCAD. Those things also we will learn. Okay, and then we can export it to Excel sheet, and then we can submit it as a BOQ projects. Okay, for BOQs, guys, kindly mute yourself. Thank you. So also we will also learn, as I am very much passionate in this urban designing. Also we will learn kind of how to do urban designing in AutoCAD, where I will show you some of my presentation sheets. Okay, a lot of urban design projects which I have done. You see here we can quickly make an urban perspective analysis, like a perspective view with the help of Google Earth. Okay, all these presentations and stuffs we can simply evolve in AutoCAD. Okay, we can simply draw a perspective view also if you just simply want it. Also we will learn how to make an urban study with the help of OpenStreetMap and just importing some third-party applications. Then we can simply import it to AutoCAD. You see here, this is some kind of a figure ground ratio which is explaining one of the major populated area in Chennai, that is the Georgetown, where you see here, and this came in Indian Institute of Architects magazine also, December to November December in 2017. You see here basically it is also showing all these presentations are done in AutoCAD. It's been the presentation is done in Sketch. I mean the Photoshop, and all this figure ground ratios, the analysis is being done in the third-party applications with the help of AutoCAD. Okay, these things we will learn in day 4 class, how to evolve. Okay, you see here with the help of AutoCAD SketchUp, these types of presentations we can try to evolve. Okay, which is really helpful for us. Similarly, what do we do? Like next, we will try to learn like SketchUp. What is SketchUp? I strongly believe that architects should start the conceptual phases in 3D. Okay, SketchUp allows the users to pick easily and make easy 3D designs. I strongly believe that. You see here, day 1, we will learn some massings. You simply see how can we make some decent massings with the help of that. Okay, some axonometric view massings, all these things which will allow your projects to pitch very easily. You see here concept development, and some of my projects where you see as a GIF image which you see here, I am trying to explain like how a public space street can be used in different types of forms. Okay, similarly, since Trimble is bought its copyright, it's a strongly become extremely popular in terms of usability and cost. It is one of the biggest easiest problem which we have here is to make a powerful program to convey the first ideas, and also it offers as an enormous component library, and particularly for a domestic architecture. Okay, yes. Then also every object, surface and material comes with its unique texture. You see here we can make some, as you see in this fast forward video, we can make some kind of like axonometric views. All these views can be done in SketchUp, which we will learn detailedly from the scratch, which we will learn in the workshop. Then what do we do is every, like you see here, this is one of the presentation. Also this is an Indian smart city mission project for my thesis during my undergraduate, where it is trying to explain all the structural elements which are there in a building. Okay, these types of presentations which will evolve you to quickly pitch your projects. This is again one of the GSIN project during my undergraduation, where I was the NASA unit secretary for my college also, and also I was the VP during those times. So these are some of the presentations where we can use with the help of SketchUp layout. Okay, with the help of SketchUp layout, and then we can bring it to Photoshop, and then we can make some decent presentations out of it. Okay. Yeah. So similarly, we have some advanced advantages and disadvantages basically in SketchUp. The advantages are, we have totally some kind of 5 advantages. It is easy to draw, as you see in the fast forward video here. It is very easy to draw. We have some plugins where we can make some 3D objects very fastly. Okay, it is easy to draw your design because it is designed to behave like an extension of your hand. It's like an extension of your hand. That's what the SketchUp is. It's very easy. Adjust to lifelike drawings. You will create fast. It's because SketchUp is an a powerful and learn to make a 3D tools. It's like a 3D tool. Okay, SketchUp allows you to render surfaces in array of styles. Pick from a variety of architecture that best suits your design and pleasure your clients. Okay, which will like attract your clients so much. Like advantage 4 is basically SketchUp makes it easy to integrate with softwares, and also the furnishes additional capability, and also it supports the third party programs like the plugins, like how we can have plugins where we can make parametric structures very easily, any fluidic, any complex forms. All these 300 plugins which I will be providing you guys, we will learn some 30 plugins in the workshop. Also, we have with SketchUp, you will be placed with the help of a Google Earth where you can actually fit your site and get the dimensions approximately 90% accurate. So similarly, if you see here, we can also make some interiors and exteriors with the help of the making some kind of residential project. If you have a residential project, we can make some exteriors and elevations. I will show some of my presentations where I used to pitch my clients very easily how to pitch a project very easily with the help of SketchUp. Just export the elevation and just take it to layout and do some adjustments, add some shadows to that, give a depth to that. Okay, and we have styles like how we can involve all these tricks and stuffs which will be detailedly learned in the workshop. Then take it to Photoshop and simply do some kind of a presentation. You see here we can simply take it to layouts as you see in the video. Then we take it to for Photoshop and then add some dimensions and all the details to that. A layout is a very simple, so we will also learn layout during the workshop. Layouts is very helpful to make precise drawings like how we do in AutoCAD. We can make GFC drawings and detailed prescribed drawings in AutoCAD, but in the terms of SketchUp we can make precise drawings, but it might not be that much extent like how we do in AutoCAD. Okay, it will be really helpful like how you see here to make understand the design intent, how we can do to the clients. Like you see here like the mood board presentations, you see we have some views here, and then we have elevational sections. Like you see here we have oxynometric views which is trying to explain the entire function of the gym and the spa. Basically this has been designed in Chennai for one of the residential a villa basically located in Jamalia in Chennai. So similarly, we have some kind of designs. So this is also one of the presentation where it is trying to explain each and every design intent. This is how it has been submitted to the carpenter also to develop, to execute at site. So what do we do? The main softwares which are being used here is only AutoCAD, SketchUp, and Photoshop. No other softwares are being used to make these types of presentations, which I always tell even to my juniors and also to other professionals and also to my colleagues. Learn these four softwares which we can extreme in architecture. You see these are some of the renders which you can do in Lumion, and also we can export it to walkthroughs as well. Then coming to like in the day 3 4 and 5, we will learn how to make fluidic forms or parametric forms very easily with the help of few plugins. Those plugins are basically uh, provided by me. I will provide you those plugins where you can make the waffle structures very easily and very quickly. Then we can try to execute it also very easily. So here you see here we can try to make some several options. What is the advantage of SketchUp is it will not allow you to block your creativity. That is the advantage of SketchUp. And we have you see here we can quickly try to make a waffle, parametric waffle, and then we will take it to Lumion and then we will try to render it to get a better output, which you will see in this video very quickly. You see here you can adjust some shadows and then we can give a depth to that. Okay, similarly we have something, then we will take it to Lumion and then we will try to render it off. You see here these are some of the renders, basic renders. These are not so high quality renders, these are the basic renders just for the conceptual presentations. This is some of the presentation where you see here this parametric shells or something which are being created with the help of plugins very easily. This is for the Indian Smart City mission. This is also been shortlisted for a very nice competition. And also this is one of the parametric design for a shopping complex during my architecture or doing my undergraduation. And this is again like we can learn some fluidic structures, how to make some fluidic structures, right? We have some plugins, we can quickly get that idea, simply say in fraction of say in some kind of 10 minutes or 15 minutes. What we need to do is we need to sketch, as I said in the beginning, we need to start sketching it, and then we take it to SketchUp, and then we can quickly make a fluidic structure very easily, get those trusses, the detailed steel structures, everything very quickly. As you see here, all these things we will learn in the day 3, 4, and 5, and also in the day 6 of this workshop. You see here, these all these structures, different complex structures are being created with the help of plugins. This is like one kind of a cloud forest being inspired from the Singapore gardens, by the way. It is one of for my thesis project during my thesis, also being a best thesis award which I got. And also you see here the detailed analysis is being shown, the functions, the different functions of this um, building. So that's going on to the day 6. Also, I was being kept that on telling, we will also learn how to do urban designing with the help of some third party applications. We have basically three different types of options where we'll do some urban study in SketchUp. We will try to import where we can get a skyline of the entire, what to say, the entire city which you have been selected. You see, we can quickly make some figure ground measures, and we can try to edit it like however we want, and have it as a reference for the detailed urban study. Okay, then what do? We will try to like we have some other free basically we have some paid plugins which I'll be sharing you to you guys, and also some of the free plugins that also I will be sharing you guys, where we will get each and every, for example, the waterways, the blue areas, the green areas, also the bit greens, which will be in different groups in SketchUp, which will be really helpful for us to analyze and take it to Photoshop and do some presentations, which I'll be showing you guys how to do the presentations for an urban study very easily and very attractively, which we will explain to each and everyone. So this is like a skyline of New York City as one area. So it is trying to expand all the main roads, arterial roads. So you see, with the help of few plugins, this is basically, it came in Indian Institute of Architects magazine, November December 2017. You see here we have this is basically made with the help of plugins and being rendered in Lumion. Only two softwares are being used here, some kind of renders which will attract. This is a bus terminus, intercity bus terminus for an entire Chennai, which is being developed. And also this is for one of the competition project for in Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, PMAY. um, it has been really important. Also, it got shortlisted in top 10. So you see the presentation and texture stuffs. No other softwares are used. Only SketchUp, Lumion, and Photoshop. And so some of the details, only AutoCAD is being used. Okay, this is again one of the project where I use some of the plugins to pitch this project. You see, this is a transit oriented development design where you can see like different types of transit systems are being used here. Okay, this is one of the live project presentation. You see the layouts, like how we can like different types of elevation layouts, and also attract the clients with the help of these types of material presentations. This is one of the computational project, a live project which has been selected for the execution, which unfortunately could not execute. This is for a hill resort. Basically, it is located in Kodaikanal, a beautiful area for a residential and also for tourist attractions. This is the entire mountain is being designed with the help of SketchUp and some of the plugins, and then take it to Photoshop and doing the renderings in Lumion. You see the entire landscape design is being concentrated here with the help of some simple softwares, Lumion, SketchUp, and Photoshop. These types of axonometric views which will help the understand the different types of functions in each and every views which you do. Axonometrics are really important, how to do that and how attractively we can do that, that we will learn. This is a part of a sheet which is a griha competition, a grill building complex. Basically in India, during my second year of my undergraduation, it came all over India, the third. So the main concept behind is to develop a kitchen garden for a cluster of units. You see, very simple presentations were used. The same softwares were used. Similarly, for this is an ANDC project which came top 40 in all over India among the 500 entries. So this is how we will learn all the things in respective to SketchUp. Similarly, we will have something. Then we will take it to Lumion. So I just want to ask, like I know like there are a lot of students here, but I just want to ask if some kind of professionals who are here, you guys might know. Do you remember like we used to spend like hours trying to render your work, although you got high resolutions of high softwares, it was not so nice, right? So we know that how difficult it was to show some renderings. We used to stay ages, we used to stay nights to get a proper rendering. But Lumion makes creating a video rendering of your design very easily. Lumion, as soon as Lumion came, it was very easy. In just few clicks, you can bring your design to life. You can just bring a design, you see, which a simple presentation, and just doing some Photoshop editing, we can simply get these types of presentations, this type of very high quality rendering. Okay. And also, if it is really fast, easy to use, you can make models, structures, landscapes, and then also water effects and grounds, and choose your materials and adding elements to that. Okay, it is a perfect way to show clients and other professional how your idea can work. That affects um, the effects are sorry not effects the effects are so real that you might think some scenes are really filmed. Okay, I will show you some of my renders where you guys will think like it's just actually a rendering, which it will look like actually it's a real-time project which is been executed, and then we took a video. I will show you some of my walkthroughs and also some virtual reality walkthroughs. It is perfect way to show your clients and other professionals how your ideas works. Okay, it is the perfect time. And also, seeing emotions in the eyes of your clients or co-workers watching your production is very satisfying. This is one of the virtual reality project which was done recently. You see, this is being done in Lumion 9, basically 9 Pro. Okay, enjoy the way you do your job with Lumion. Whenever you do now, it is really enjoyable to do. Okay, work in different ways than other softwares. You might feel like you're playing instead of working because of the ease of the handling. There are a lot of advantages. Extremely easy to learn and use, easy connection to other softwares such as SketchUp, Revit, or Rhinoceros, or any other softwares. Okay, then archive of elements like the trees, the people, the objects, the materials, etc. It is extensive. It is not enough, you can get more, which you will provide in the workshop. We will provide in the workshop which you will get more elements, and that where you can import it from SketchUp or some kind of animations or kind of simulations which can be done here. Okay, there is a possibility to have a sound also in the video where we can add effects to the videos, and then we can add some detailed effects too where we are moving something like that. This is a low quality video which I'm showing you guys. Basically, it will hang my system, that's why I'm not showing you that type of a video. But this is like another kind of a live proposal for in Mumbai, Navi Mumbai, basically mixed use commercial development with 500 plus units of uh, residential units. And also professionals such as contractors and gardeners will understand perfectly what they are going to do. You see, for the this is basically for the Akshaya builders. They can easily quickly attract, and also they can post it, they can print it out in the posters with the help of these types of renderings. Okay, doing the site, you can also use the software to show your ideas to the community or the neighborhood or where the project is being applied. Okay, that is the real advantage of Lumio. You see, this is like this is being printed in Navi Mumbai, is one of the area where it has been where it is going to be executed soon. Maybe in 2022 the project still is going on. So some of the project presentations and some of the renderings which I have done for this project. Okay, similarly, the all these things in detail we will try to cover up in the workshop. Similarly, we have some kind. Then what do we do? The most and important softwares, as I say always, 60% is the amount of presentations which we do always. 60% of the amount of presentations which we do always in Photoshop is the Photoshop. Okay, in architecture, Photoshop is predominantly used for image and graphic creations, helping to produce architecture renderings, visualizations, and diagrams for presentations and client documentation. Photoshop is amazing tool that I highly recommend to everyone. if you could learn a single piece of software besides your CAD or SketchUp or Lumion, I suggest you guys to learn Photoshop to the extreme. Would be really one that I would really highly recommend for. Photoshop can be used to create renderings and visualizations just like a SketchUp model through Photoshop montaging, and can be used to provide, as you see in this image, like quickly we can make some conceptual, you see nothing, so no other software is they use some kind of a sketchy effect which we can do it in Photoshop very quickly. The below tutorial shows like the excellent images, like you see here what we can produce with this Photoshop and sketch, the sections which some 3D models which we can apply. So basically it is done in AutoCAD and then take it to Photoshop and do some kind of the sectional views which we can show it to the jurors or kind of some other projects where we can pitch into. For post-production works or an image rendered out of it, different types of software such as Lumion and V-Ray renderings, Photoshop is can be used to enhance or hide certain areas of rendering. For example, the image sharpness could be increased. You see here, we can try to hide, we can add to the trees or the background. See, it is giving a life to this section, right? Which is really important, where you can try to attract any kind of, if it's a juror or any people. Obviously the presentation matters a lot. Okay, most rendering softwares will allow you to save out the render elements as a separate file, meaning that the reflections, the refractions, we have some kind of different types of shadows and lighting now. Those things can be this offers a huge amount of flexibility when we can try to merge all those things, and then we will try to give a nice effect to that. Similarly, we have lots of advantages in Photoshop as well. You see these types of presentations. Okay, these are some catchy presentations which are being submitted to the client myself. Okay, you see here these are very decent presentations where the client like quickly he can just make up his mind. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll do maskings, then we'll take it to Photoshop, then we'll take it to SketchUp and do the detailed SketchUp view, then take it to Photoshop to make this catchy presentations. I show the executed views. This is during my internship. I was being predominantly used for presentation and also to execute at the site. This is like another project, the Kodaikanal project, which I showed you earlier. The elevations and the sections. You see, like a hill resort is being cut, and the section is being seen here, and also the elevation and some of the oximetric views is being captured here. This is, I will show you the detailed presentation of this, which I'm working for Indian Smart City Mission, where I've been shortlisted. I'm still working on this project for the past 1 year. I'm working on this project because I have been shortlisted for one of the area to develop it out. I will show you this presentation very easily. You see this presentation, this is very decent presentation where it is showing the each and every hub area, how the people are being attracted. It's an urban design project. Okay, so these types of presentations can be quickly done with the help of those softwares like SketchUp, Lumion in Photoshop, and the AutoCAD for different detailings and other stuff. So these types of possibilities, you see the myriad possibilities, how we can try to attract. So different types of adaptations, the simulations, and all each and every what can I say, each and every module can be created, each and every module like showing this thematic plazas, the transformation process, how it happens. So when you try to master yourself in the softwares now, you just have to worry about how my concept and how I will develop my concept. We just have to keep on brainstorming ourselves on those things aspects alone. We don't have to worry like how will I do these things in the softwares, because we know how to make, we will teach you all those things how to make each and every stuffs. Okay, this is like some of the montage presentations where we will learn the first day of Photoshop class, where this is for this is also a shortlisted project where I told you the Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, like saving the people near the dump yards, saving the marshlands, saving the wetlands. Okay, so those montages we can like it will give a life to one of the concepts and saving the farmers. Okay, so those things. Similarly, like how you see here, this is like an for interior designers it might be really helpful, and also for the architecture students or anyone, it might be urban designers also. So those people can quickly make with the help of or Photoshop now these types of oximetric or these types of exploded views. You see, we can quickly make it. This is an isometric view which is all the presentation, no rendering is being done. You see only SketchUp, a basic SketchUp model, and then take it to Photoshop, add all the materials to that. Similarly, as I said, this is an urban design project for the Marina Beach. Near the Marina Beach, we have a lot of main roads. All the studies, you see the traffic analysis is being used, how the traffic is being maintained with the help of Photoshop and the SketchUp plugin, which I am going to teach you guys, the third party plugins. With the help of that, I can quickly analyze the data and extract it to Photoshop and quickly make some decent presentations like this. You see the entire stretch of this area is being mapped out, and we can also find out the issues with the help of these montages. We can try to make them understand like how the Marina Beach, basically Marina Beach is the world's second largest beach in the world. You see here the entire stretch of the Marina Beach is being mapped out with just showing like what all the activities which happens in the beach. And also next to this beach we have some kind of a fish market which is called as Noche Kupam. Here you see it, the fish market of Chennai, like how the fish market is being used, how can we develop it. So that was the idea behind it. So how can we derive it? With the help of this montage, we can just, we don't have to explain, the sheet themselves will explain to the jurors. Okay, the sheet themselves will explain to the jurors. So that is what very important. We will learn and we can do it when we will master ourselves in these softwares. How to master, we will take care of that. You simply see these types of urban designing and all these things, the stuffs now, which is really helpful for all these stuffs. This is like one of the, again, the similar project, like an urban designing project which is being completed as a commercial complex. So all these renderings and all these Photoshop presentations which you see here, which will attract. Also this came in Indian Institute of Architects magazine also in 2018. And this is the NDZ project, which only two softwares are being used for this presentation, that is the SketchUp and the Lumion. No other softwares were being used here. So this is like some of the simulations which I always show. I might have you might have seen these simulations in my advertisements, and also this is for the Indian Smart City mission which I'm working for the Marina Beach entire stretch, like they're showing the how the continuous loops. Okay, the driveway, how the driveway is being connected, how how precisely, like how the platforms are being connected. You see these types of presentations and simulations now can be done with the help of SketchUp and Photoshop. So these types of presentations which will the sheet himself will try to explain each and everything in detail. You see the trees, how can we plonk the trees in each and every areas, how can we act the different types of bioclimatic canopies. Okay, how can we act make the entire waterfront, the entire beach area to bioclimatic areas. So all these things we can try to help with the help of that. Okay, so this is like the major overview for the entire softwares, like till what extent it can be used, you people might have got an idea about it. But here I will show you one of my masterpiece project which I'm working on this for the past couple 1 year. It's going to be 1.5 year now. So this is like a project which which you guys can see here. All these presentations, I'm not going to explain the design intent behind it easily, because I am also like conducting the design workshop which will come in the February and March month. Okay, if you want to join, you can join in that workshop, but this workshop is completely dependent on these softwares. So you see here, all these renderings are being done with the help of SketchUp and Photoshop. You see all these detailed presentations and stuff. I will show you in detail, like how can we make concept presentations. You see how I'm connecting my suburb to the downtown, how is being used from the public transport. Okay, so how can we the resilience and the climatic changes, how can we use it. We have some urban visions, how can we try to involve. Okay, see this presentation which is being done with the help of the Lumion, Photoshop and SketchUp, Lumion and Photoshop. You can make a realistic view. Okay, you see the activities which are happening here, all these things can be done in Photoshop. Similarly, with the help of a you can make a lively network with the help of this, all the simulations which you saw in these videos, these are helped with the help of that. Similarly, I will just show you one of the I'll just fast forward myself so that I can show all the presentations. You see this is being done with the help of Google Earth Map and also some of the Photoshop effects which are being added. All these components are there. Now I will explain the syllabus and the course, what are materials will be providing, all that. All the trees, all the stuffs will be providing you. You see this oximetric view for the bioclimatic canopies which is being created with the help of rows. You can see here the amount of textures, the amount of layers are being created here. You can see the amount of layers are being created here for the different, like each and every activities are being shown here. So that is the really importance of the presentations, which I'm working for the past 1.5 year for this, but not making these types of forms. And it's very easy to make these types of forms in SketchUp, but to derive these concepts it will take time, which we architects or any kind of a designers which should focus on the concept and how it is going to work in the practical world. You see here all these types of public arts and the plazas, different types of plazas, different types of streets, how the streets attractively, the actively, how can they become. So that was the idea behind it. Okay, these types of you see the resilience and the adaptation. If my city is the water is going to high, the water level is going to raise for the past 100 years. Okay, in the 100 years, in the future 100 years, how my water level will rise and how I'm going to adapt it, how my city is going to adapt it. So that is a proposal behind this. Okay, what type of, how can we make the different types of things, these types of done in SketchUp and Photoshop. You see, very quickly presentations, all these a digital and a physical interactions behind it, you see. So also we can create different types of lawns, all these presentations, like making cultural passageways. Okay, you see, like the alleyways which you can try to incorporate. All these things is done in the Google Earth, SketchUp and Photoshop. Similarly, this is like a 1 million Banyan hub, which is a one building with million configuration. That was the idea behind it. It's a module. It is trying to explain the centrality, like how the public is being stacked up, how we have indoor streets, how the flexibility, you see, how different, how I'm trying to explain each and everything. All this concept we will learn how to make these types of concept presentations. We will learn in the day one class itself of SketchUp. Each and every classes are really important. All are going to be live classes. I will explain you that. So you see here, this is like one of the major section which you guys might have seen it. We have layers, different like amount, like various layers being used here to create this types of a section, which the base is basically the SketchUp and then Photoshop. No other softwares were used for this types of presentation. Similar renderings and similar presentations and similar axolometric views and all those schematic views and similar courtyard for the entire hub which is being created, a similar section to that. Okay, also this is also done in Photoshop basically to explain the users and also the programs, how the comfort is being done. And also this is just for the how practical it is going to work with the help of the management, the stakeholders. Fine, this will be explained in the design workshop. This is being just a simulations which is done in Photoshop with all the um, PNGs which I have, which I'll be sharing with you guys. And also this is one of the large master plan which is showing the entire area how it is being developed. So this is like a quick presentation which I showed you guys, the entire presentation which I showed you guys. Now what we'll do, we will see like the course and the syllabus in detail. Okay, basically this course and the syllabus is AutoCAD. As I said, like we have been doing for the past 3 years this workshop. This is a software workshop where we will provide you the materials. Okay, I will explain the schedule and the timing later. First, let me explain all the syllabus in detail. We will provide you the GFC drawings, some GFC drawings where you can have it for yourself, and then you can implement to your GFC drawings if you're trying to match it out. Then we will give you the line weights and also some of the sample detailed drawings, and also we'll provide you some 1,000 blocks. All the syllabus and details I have shared with you guys as a PDF file. You can go in through that. If you haven't received it, you can simply text me in my WhatsApp number. I will try to explain in the detail. Okay, as you see here, we have some detailing. I have explained you this here. Also material provided, I will provide the CTBs, the sample drawings and some kind of blocks and furnitures. And also I will show give an idea like where we can try to download the third party websites where you can try to download different types of detailed drawings. There are lots of websites where we can try to download. Also all those stuff will be providing you in the SketchUp class. We will provide you some 300 plugins. Okay, in the 300 plugins is all those are being purchased by me. I will share you those plugins to you guys. Okay, you can try to install it and we will learn some 30 plugins, the most powerful plugins in SketchUp to make up complex structures and make fast modeling in SketchUp. And also I will try to show you we will learn like how to make a models with a complete landscape blocks. I will share you those materials also. You can look into detailedly. I have shared you guys this PDF. You can look into these types of this basically the PDFs which I've shared you guys. Okay, and this is again the detailed syllabus. You can look into the course and the syllabus in detail. Okay. Similarly, for Lumion, I will share you guys the plugins and for some of the presets where we have Lumion and how to do 360 presets, like how we have all those materials we provided. We are rendering presets and the walkthrough presets. And this is basically the course and the timings of the workshop, how much time it will be. Okay. And similarly for Photoshop, I will share you some 300 PS components. Okay. There are some 300 PS components which, one second, there are some 300 PS components where you just have to plonk your SketchUp view. It will just render it. It will look like a render. Okay, it will look like a realistic render. All those techniques and tricks and stuffs which we will share to you guys. You can have it yourself for lifelong access. Then also we will give some exteriors and interiors, the rendering presets, and also isometric view presets. All those stuffs we will give you. And this is again the detail of the syllabus. You can go through that. You have this. You can WhatsApp me. I can share you this if you don't have. Similar the materials provided. Now coming to the workshop schedule, let me explain this very slowly and clearly. You guys might have observed, I might have been very fast in this tutorial workshop. Basically, it is a tutorial workshop, but I will be very slow and steady in the live workshop, which you guys will be having with me, interactive with me directly. That will be very slow. We will understand each and every software from the basics, okay. Each and every line will be explaining you guys, then we will try to understand to the master level. Okay, so as you see the schedule of this workshop, basically to make you guys understand, it is going to start from January 2nd. Then on the day once you register, there is a registration. I will explain the registration process. Before that, let's understand the workshop schedule. So we will have 4 hours like a theory workshop. That is a theory workshop where it is a pre-recorded recording. It is a recording which I have been doing the workshops for the past 1 year. I have compiled it and I have been you giving it to the people who have registered for this workshop. That is a lifetime access to you. You can have that 4 hours recording theory workshop. Like in the day when I will share you on one day previously, basically on second the workshop will start, so you will get the recording on second morning. We suggest you guys to look according to your timings. We used to have 4 hours continuous live sessions before, earlier, but these days, as the students cannot spend lot of time 4 hours continuously, so we plan to provide them the theory workshop first, then the next day. For example, today you guys are seeing the 4 hours detailed recording. In that recording, we'll be explaining, I myself will be interacting with the students. It will be like a live recording which I have been interacting. They will be asking the doubts. It's like an interactive recording which I will share it to you guys. You guys will see all that recording the next day, that is on 3rd. For example, this 1st January, 2nd of January, you have seen that recording. The 3rd of January will be 2 hours. The 2 hours will be 8:30 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. The 2 hours live session where I will be directly interacting with you guys. Okay, I'll be there. There will be a link provided by the for the people who have registered for that. It's a private link. It will be changing on different days. I will be giving you the exercise. You guys have to work out according to that, and you can ask me doubts lively to me myself. So that is going to be 2 hours where it's going to be 6 hours. So you guys will see the theory of workshop for 4 hours. Then you will have spent a time with me interactively for 2 hours, extra 2 hours. Okay, so you will clarify the doubts. You will clarify. You will also work lively in front of me. Okay, you'll share a screen. You will work in front of me, each and everything in detail. So I'll be sharing all the stuffs to you in that. So likewise, we have AutoCAD for 4 days, basically 8 days. So 4 day, one day is basically 2 days. Like the 4 hours, the first day, and the second day will be 2 hours. Similarly, we will have for 4 days. Okay, for 4 days, then we will have on SketchUp, that is on 10th, the next day. The 9th will be the last day session for the um, live session for the day 4, basically for the AutoCAD. Then on the 10th, we will start the SketchUp. Then we will have Lumion continuously. Then we will have Adobe Photoshop at the last. So the last day for the live session, basically it will be on 30th. I'll share this schedule also to you guys today. It will be shared to you in WhatsApp and also via an email. So all these recordings, the live sessions and also the theory workshop, all these recordings we will share you in Drive link. It is going to be lifetime access to you guys recordings. Obviously, I have my copyrights in that, but you guys can have this lifetime access to these recordings forever. Okay, also as I say, it is a community where you guys have created. If you guys are not registering or not registering also for the workshop, but you stay be in touch, so we will be in a community, in a circle where we'll be always be in touch. Okay, similarly then I will just explain the registration process. So the registration will be for a week, that is it will start from today. So it will start from today, but basically I have been calculated from tomorrow. So we have an institute here. It works like an institute. We have a group of people. We have HR team over here. We have accounts team over here, and myself, the head of the team. Okay. So similarly, which you see here on 27th or tomorrow, that is tomorrow, the early bid registration starts and the late registration will end on the 1st of January. Let me explain the course and the syllabus in detail, like the fee structures. The early bid registration, the AutoCAD will be, these are the details. Basically, as you see here, we have early bid registrations, and also then we have on 27th and 28th, that is the early bid registration. Mid 12 28th, the early bid registration will be ending, and the next day on 29th and 30th will be the late mid registration. So you can see the course and the fee structures in this. And also I'll be sharing you guys today. You can have this with yourself to have this. Then the 31st and the 1st of Jan 2021 will be the late registrations. So you can see the pricings and the detail in that. So now, as you have explained everything, we will have some 15 minutes for the question and answer sessions. The people who are in Microsoft Teams can raise your hands and they can try to ask the questions. Okay, and the people who are in YouTube live, you can try to ask the questions with the help of just commenting on that. Okay, I will come line by line. So let me yes, yes, go ahead guys, you can try to ask the questions. Yes, Lokesh, go ahead. Yes, Lokesh, you can unmute yourself and you can ask your question. Hello, Lokesh. Okay, yes, Abhijit, you can ask the question. You can unmute yourself and you can ask the question. Yes, Abhijit, I can hear you. Hello.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, you are very well audible. Yes, Abhijit.
Yeah, actually, I'm an urban planner. I am currently doing masters in transportation and planning. So
That's great.
I want to learn more about, go deep more about in SketchUp, LUMION, and along with that Photoshop. I
Great.
am little bit handy, but I want to do more detailed work. So I want
Okay,
to, is there any how can I learn all these things?
I cannot hear you,
Right.
Abhijit. I cannot hear you a little bit. Can you be like clear? You're not much audible. Okay, others, what about
Hello.
other? Yes, Abhijit, go ahead, go ahead.
Am I audible now?
Yes, you're very well audible.
Okay, so actually, I'm an urban planner
Hmm.
and I'm
Yes, I came
doing
to know that.
masters in,
Yes. Hmm.
yeah.
Hmm.
So I wanted to know the because I am little bit handy in all the four softwares, but I
Hmm.
wanted to go deep into SketchUp, Lumion, and Photoshop.
That's really great. Yes.
Uh, so I wanted to know how can I proceed with all the
Yeah, you can
three
try
softwares.
to, you can register for the three softwares. Okay. You
Yeah.
can register for the three softwares. You might be having my registration link, right? You might have reached a
Yes.
registration
Yes.
link. So you can try to register from that. So our early bid, as you see, the early bid registration will end on day after tomorrow, midnight. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
One more thing was that I just saw the works of yours,
Yes.
and I was really that was actually I always wanted to do things like that
That's great.
those urban designs actually.
Great. Great. Where are you doing your
So
urban designing, urban planning?
I have done completed my urban planning. I am currently
Okay.
doing masters in transportation and infrastructure planning from SPA Vijayawada.
Oh, SP Vijayawada. Great. That's great. I have my colleagues over there who are working there. That's great. That's great, Abhijit. That's very nice.
Yeah, so actually I'm more into graphic designing actually.
Hmm.
So I always prefer doing in graphics work. So I wanted to learn more into Photoshop and Illustrators. So I
Okay.
wanted to know how can I what are the best softwares for me like I can that will be helpful in transportation
Yeah,
for
so
my.
as you see, like as I explained, like we can learn SketchUp first for the analysis and all the making those model 3D models. Then we take it to Photoshop to make all the detailed things. Photoshop is like one of the main presentation softwares. With these two softwares and Lumion for a rendering, for other walkthroughs and rendering.
Yes.
So these two softwares are really nice and helpful for everyone.
So SketchUp and Lumion.
Yeah, SketchUp, Lumion, and Photoshop. These three softwares. Lumion is basically for your rendering and your walkthroughs for making VR renderings. That is really helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
Thank you, Abhijit. So what about others? Anyone else? You can unmute yourself. You can ask me the doubts if you have any doubts. Okay, I can see a doubt in YouTube live. Basically, it's from Manoj. Is there any specific option like we just need to the specific amount and get the plugins or recordings? Time to So basically, Manoj, we will also share you the recordings. These 2 hours live session is basically for you to understand the doubts and the session, basically. Okay, so you can try to join the live session if you want, but you will be getting the recordings of the live session also for you. You can simply try to register all those things. Okay, you can try to register for this workshop as well. We will get those recordings are going to be lifetime access you can have for them. Okay, it's really good if you guys try to attend the live sessions. That's why it is being kept 2 hours very clearly live session where I will be sitting. That's how the previous sessions also are working, and also the current sessions are working. Yes. What about the people who are in Microsoft Team? No doubts, is it? Yes, guys. No doubts, is it? No one having. Yes. Yes, Trishul. Go ahead. Yes, Komal, I can see
Hello,
your
I
doubt.
am audible.
Yes, yes, Trishul. Go ahead.
Sir, for both pro and combo, the teaching method is different or same, sir?
Everything, all the master softwares which you're going to pay for the combo now, you will be same. It will be the same. There's no difference.
Sir, and if I register for combo, can I get materials, sir, like plugins and all?
Yeah, whatever the combo, or if you're going to register for the individual softwares also, you will get the same materials for the softwares which you have registered.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Komal, I can see your question in YouTube live. What if we don't have softwares? We are not authorized to share softwares, but we have some third-party websites where we can show you that detailed process how to install the softwares. That will be really helpful, and there are process, and also I will be helping you guys to install the softwares. You don't have to worry if you don't have a software. We will also make sure that you have the softwares. Yes. Trishul, you can put your hand down if you don't have any doubt. Yes. What about others? You can ask me doubts. And if you have any questions regarding to this workshop, you can go ahead and you can ask. Okay. So what will I be doing is basically I'm going to put down the registration link and the details for this workshop so that you guys can try to even get the information here. I will put it in the chat as well. Okay. Also, I will try to put it here in the chat as well for the people who are in the YouTube live session as well. Yes, Abhijit, go ahead.
Hello, sorry again. I wanted
No
to
problem.
know
Hmm.
if I take three softwares, what will be the cost? Like the say I said except AutoCAD, I want to take the
Hmm.
rest three.
Basically, that's the thing. Which if you can take combo, your price will be less. If you take three softwares, the price will be higher. So I just suggest you can take the combo software. You will learn urban designing in AutoCAD as well. If you just can just we'll send you the recordings also. You can have those recordings. But the price, if you want to learn only these three softwares, you will be also learning those three softwares as well. But you can register for the combo for your good offer basically.
Okay,
Yeah.
thanks.
Yes. Thank you. What about others? Any doubts or sessions like we can have for 5 minutes more so that we can end this workshop. Also, I have shared in the chat, and also for the people who are in YouTube, you guys can find the registration link in the uh, description. Yes, Trishul, go ahead.
Sir, can I pay like two installments, sir?
Yes, you can do that. The people who are willing to do, you can do the first 60% during the registration and also the 40% after the completion of SketchUp class.
Okay, sir.
Yes, what about others? Trishul, yeah. Abhijit, if you have doubt, or else, yes, who is this? Hello, who's this? Yes, you can ask doubt if you have doubts. Okay, guys. So I guess I hope it might be helpful for you guys. So actually, we wish you a very good, happy year and healthy new year for you guys. Then also thank you for attending this tutorial workshop. See you at the main workshop starting from 2nd January 2020. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you all. Yes, one second. I can see Bleston Hedrick. Yes, what if we are not able to attend the workshop some days? You will get all the recordings. You don't have to worry if you're not attending the workshop. If you have missed any kind of workshop, also one day workshop, you will get the recordings. You will get the live recordings. You will get the pre-recorded recordings also. Everything. Okay. You can have it for life access, lifetime access as well. Yes. Yes, guys. You can ask me doubts if you guys have like, or else we can end this. Okay, guys, fine. we will see. Fine. So, thank you so much. So we will see in the main workshop, which is starting from 2nd January 2020. Happy New Year, guys. Happy New Year. Thank you all. Thank you.